What do fluent English speakers have that others don't? Is it a wider vocabulary, perfect grammar, or maybe they just spend many years living abroad? Actually, none of those are the main reason. The real difference is fluent speakers speak a lot. They speak a lot, but they do it in very smart and focused ways. In this video, I'll share 12 practical ways to improve your spoken English, build confidence, and sound more natural, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. So, if you want to stop thinking in English and start speaking it more fluently, keep watching. I've also thrown in an extra added bonus tip at number 13, so make sure you watch until the end of the video. Let's get started. Number 1, travel if you can. Travel to an English-speaking country. Do a language course and a homestay. Total immersion. Speak English 24/7. Now, you can go to London to do this. It has some wonderful museums and sights to see. But maybe the people are not so open to speaking with you in the streets and in shops as they might be in a city like Liverpool, for example, or an Irish town. So not necessarily go to the capital city, but try to go to a city where the people are a little bit more friendly and have more time to speak with you. But maybe you don't have the money for this. Maybe you can't afford it. It's not cheap. So what can you do? Well, in that case, perhaps you have an English-speaking area in your country where you'd find a lot of expats, people from English-speaking countries living abroad. For example, I live in Spain, and here there's the Costa Blanca, the Costa del Sol, the Costa Brava, where you'll find lots of English-speaking people in bars, in pubs, in restaurants, in shops and businesses, and you can take advantage of that to go there for a few days and practice your English. Tip number 3, why not start a podcast in English? A podcast is a wonderful way to improve your English from many different aspects. First, you've got the planning of the episode and the research, the checking of vocabulary, planning out your bullet points, what you're going to speak about. Then you record it. You're not happy. You record it again. You record it again. You can edit your podcast and remove any errors that you're making. And then the publishing of the podcast, the gratification, and the feedback from people. And then if you're lucky, maybe fame and fortune will follow. If you want to hear an example, go to myfluentpodcast.com. There's a link in the description where my friend Daniel Goodman has really improved his English by starting his own podcast. Another adult student of mine has a YouTube channel where she passes on her knowledge of English to other learners. This is a great way to consolidate your knowledge, educate others at the same time, and if you're okay with being on video, that's another possibility. Tip number 4, online gaming. Now, I'm not a gamer. I don't know if you are a gamer, but I had a student years ago who got from the B2 first level of English to C1 advanced level grade. She passed it with grade A in only 6 months, mainly by speaking English online with other gamers. So if you're into gaming, if you like it, you know how much fun it can be and how quickly you can level up your English as you're playing games in English. Tip number 5, join a group. Join a conversation group. You can do this in person or online, or you can start one yourself. Go to Facebook or Reddit or any platform that you're active on and reach out to other people. You can also attend face-to-face conversation groups and find a language exchange meetup on the website meetup.com. Again, I'll link to that in the description below. So not only exchange meetups, but Also, you could find interest groups around things that you enjoy doing based on your hobbies, whether that's photography, cooking, football, business networking, or book clubs. There are many, many clubs you could join and practice English with other English speakers. Okay, you don't really like the podcast or the YouTube idea. Well, if you're a bit shy, maybe just talk to yourself when you're in the car, when you're driving, when you're out walking the dog on the street. Describe what you see, give your opinion of what's happening around you. Talk to your pet, your grandmother, anybody. It's not the same thing thinking English inside your head to saying the words out loud. So as often as possible, as much as possible, practice your English whenever you're alone or with people you feel comfortable with. And then listen to yourself and try to self-correct and be critical of your pronunciation, the words you're using, any grammar mistakes you might hear yourself saying. This will help you to think in English and be more spontaneous. And while you're doing that, tip number 7, record yourself on your phone. Your mobile phone is a fantastic tool for practicing your English. So just select a topic, maybe your favorite hobby or something that caught your attention online or in the news. You could summarize your favorite TV series, an episode of your favorite TV series. You could speak for a minute or two and then listen back to the recording. Again, how was your pronunciation? Was your grammar accurate? Did you hesitate too much when you were speaking? If you're hesitating and making those noises, just leave a pause, leave silence. Work on clarity, work on fluency, self-correct, and be critical of your speaking. I encourage my students to do this after every lesson of my conversation course. So if you're not happy with your speaking after your first recording, try again and again and again, because practice makes perfect. And maybe you're a singer. Do you enjoy singing along to your favorite popular songs? My singing is only for the shower, according to my wife. But singing karaoke is a fun way to improve your pronunciation. And probably you'll be checking your vocabulary and discovering new words to your favorite songs. Listen to the original version of the song first, and then shadow the singer, and then sing by yourself. But wait, shadowing. What's shadowing? Shadowing or echoing is listening to someone you like, your favorite actor, your favorite singer, your favorite politician. Politician, really? Read the words that they say and then immediately repeat and copy their pronunciation. Choose very short chunks or pieces of language. I suggest maybe 4 or 5 words at a time is a good place to start. And if you want to check what the person's saying, turn on closed captions in YouTube. Let's do an example with Pierce Brosnan, one of my favorite actors.
Always wanted to be a painter.
Always wanted to be a painter. Always wanted to be a painter. So you repeat after him. I always wanted to be a painter.
I left school at 16.
I left school at 16. Notice that short pause. I left school at 16.
With nothing but a cardboard folder of drawings and paintings.
With nothing but a cardboard folder of drawings and paintings.
3 years later, I became an actor.
3 years later, and I became an actor. 3 years later, and I became an actor. Notice that soft T, not later, later. 3 years later, I became an actor. It's fun to do it with someone that you like and you're copying the way they are pronouncing their words, including the linking sounds, the weak forms, their pauses, their intonation, etc. That's shadowing. Reading aloud. Reading aloud. Number 10. It's a very effective way to improve your spoken English. When you read aloud, you're training your mouth, your tongue, and your voice to produce English sounds more naturally and clearly. It helps you develop better pronunciation, rhythm and intonation, the music of the language. And reading aloud also strengthens your confidence and fluency because you're practicing speaking continuously without worrying about finding the right words. It's like a workout for your voice. It's like taking your voice to the gym. And the more you do it, the stronger your speaking skills become. Number 11, I suggest crafting and perfecting your own personal stories. Do you remember that time that you stayed at that really bad hotel, or when you had that wonderful romantic meal in that beautiful restaurant, or the time when you nearly got arrested? Our lives are full of stories, and we tell the same stories sometimes many, many times. And have you noticed that the more you tell a story, the better the story gets every time? So I think you should have at least 4 or 5 interesting or funny stories that you can tell well in English. So how can you do this? Write the story in your language first, in your native language. Then translate it into English. Then reduce the story to a few basic bullet points that have important information, and then practice telling it. Record your story, practice, practice, practice. Next time you're in an English-speaking crowd or speaking to another person and you want to tell that story, it's going to be fantastic. Next, use a speech-to-text program like Google Docs, because we don't say words the same way that we write them in English. I'm sure you've noticed. So let me show you quickly how it works. So you go to Google Docs, you open up a new document. Of course, Google Docs is free, and then go to Tools up here at the top. And in Tools down here, you have something called voice typing with a little microphone. Click that, and it will probably ask you to give permission to your microphone. Click to speak. Hi, I'm testing this new way of practicing my pronunciation in Google Docs. Now, it's printing or typing what I'm saying, and so far, so good. But if I mispronounce a word, like there, I didn't pronounce properly, I said pronounce, it typed a different word. It typed pronouns. So using this, you can isolate and identify words that you're not pronouncing correctly. No, correctly. See what I mean? Now, I promised you a bonus tip at the end, and here it is. It does say tip number 12, but it is actually tip number 13. You can speak with AI, including smart speakers. If you have a smart speaker at home, like Alexa, for example, and there are many apps you can put on your phone to practice speaking with AI. Of course, there's ChatGPT that has voice interaction, Microsoft's Copilot, which is my personal favorite at the moment, and also Google's Gemini and more. They all have voice interaction on their AI models. If you would like me to demonstrate how that works and give you some creative ideas on how to speak with AI to improve your English, let me know in the comments section below and I will create a separate video for you. And if you're speaking with AI and it doesn't understand you, try using youglish.com to improve your pronunciation. Again, there'll be a link in the description. To sum up, then, I'm sure you can choose at least 2 or 3 of these tips and put them into practice today. Start doing them now. Number 1, travel to an English-speaking country or find English speakers in your local area if possible. 2, take a language course, either face-to-face or online. Start a podcast or a YouTube channel in English. Number 4, join an online gaming community. Number 5, join a hobby or an interest group online. Number 6, talk to yourself or your dog or your mum or anyone who will listen. 7, record yourself on your phone. Listen back, be self-critical, keep practicing. Sing karaoke. Do shadowing or echoing, copying the pronunciation of your favorite actor or actress. Number 10, read aloud. Number 11, use voice to text to improve your pronunciation. Number 12, develop and practice true personal stories. And finally, speak with artificial intelligence. Now, if you would like a more dynamic way to improve your fluency, your self-confidence, and be a more effective English speaker, why not consider joining one of my conversation courses? You'll join me and a small group of lovely, motivated students, and together we'll have discussions, debates, role plays, and fun activities that will help you improve your English. And there are some optional tasks for you to do between lessons, and you'll get some personal feedback from me. Does that sound interesting? If so, be proactive. Go to the website englishcraig.com and book a free 10 or 15 minute Zoom meeting, during which I'll give you all the information you need and tell you which group is good for your level. There's no obligation, no cost for this chat on Zoom, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. I hope to see you on the inside.